Islam's ruling on marriage is based on justice, responsibility, and protection of society, not desire. Polygamy refers to the practice of having more than one spouse simultaneously. It exists either in the form of polygyny, having multiple wives, or as polyandry, having multiple husbands. While polyandry has been extremely rare throughout history, polygyny was a norm around the world for many centuries, and continues to exist on a very small scale even today. Although Islam prohibits polyandry altogether, polygyny is commonly associated with it. In an effort to malign the religion, some elements try to propagate that Islam mandates multiple wives for men, which is a blatant lie. Others erroneously claim that Muslim men have been encouraged to marry multiple women, which is also based on a superficial interpretation of Islam. In some societies, it is considered acceptable for men to make petty jokes about taking a second wife, which is against the spirit of Islam. Islam does not allow multiple husbands for women because it would create serious harm and confusion. Lineage, nasab, would be unclear. Inheritance rights would be disputed, and emotional and psychological injustice would likely occur. Islam places great importance on clear lineage, family stability, and dignity. Also, Islam does not burden women with arrangements that go against their natural, emotional, and biological well-being. So the rule is not favoritism, it is divine justice based on human fitra, nature, and societal balance. Moreover, it is medically proven now that one of the major causes of the serious diseases which have become widespread, such as AIDS, etc., is women having multiple partners. And the mixing of seminal fluids in the woman's womb causes these lethal diseases. Hence, Allah has prescribed a waiting period, known as iddah, for a woman who has been divorced or whose husband has died, until enough time has passed for her womb and passages to be cleansed of any traces of her former husband. And the monthly period also has a role to play in this matter. While Islam does permit men to marry up to 4 women, subject to certain conditions such as ensuring complete equality between the wives, it does not encourage them to do so. In fact, a study of the primary texts of Islam, the Quran and authentic Hadith, reveals that Islam actually discourages men from marrying more than one woman simultaneously. Let us analyze how. The following Quranic verse, which permits men to marry up to 4 women, was revealed after the Battle of Uhud, in which many Muslim men were martyred, leaving behind a large number of widows and orphans to be taken care of. And if you fear that you will not deal justly with the orphan girls, then marry those that please you of other women, 2 or 3 or 4. But if you fear that you will not be just, then marry only one. Al-Nisa 4:3. This verse makes it clear that even in the direst of circumstances, a man should marry only one woman if he feels that he may not be able to ensure complete justice between multiple wives. This is an important qualification because justice occupies a central place in Islam. It is obvious from this verse that polygyny can cause a man to become unjust, which has terrible consequences for him. The Prophet, peace be upon him, has issued an extremely severe warning against a man who has more than one wife and does not ensure complete equality between them. He said, "When a man has 2 wives and he is inclined to one of them, he will come on the day of resurrection with a side hanging down." For instance, spending the same amount of time with each of the wives, giving them identical gifts, taking them to the same places, and granting them the same attention, is likely to be beyond the capability of the vast majority of men. It is therefore best to avoid indulging in polygamy in order to be safe from the torment described in the above hadith.